We bring you the latest updates from the Pna Newsroom. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. expressed hope that Congress would heed his call to pass at least 19 priority measures of his administration. These are the proposed National Government Right-Sizing Program, the Budget Modernization Bill, and the proposed E-Government Act. Also included are the measures creating the Virology Institute of the Philippines and the Department of Water Resources, the creation of the Medical Reserve Corps, and the Philippine Center for Disease Prevention and Control, which will be attached to the Department of Health. Tax Package 3, or the Valuation Reform Bill, and Tax Package 4, or the Passive Income and Financial Intermediary Taxation Act. And on the business side, the Marcos administration wants Congress to prioritize the proposed Internet Transaction Act, or e-commerce law, the Government Financial Institutions Unified Initiatives to Distressed Enterprises for Economic Recovery, or GUIDE, the amendments to the Build, Operate, Transfer law that is said to improve the implementation of the Public-Private Partnership Program, the enactment of an enabling law for the natural gas industry, amendment to Republic Act 9136, otherwise known as the Electric Power Industry Reform Act, or EPIRA, the proposed National Land Use Act, the proposed National Defense Act, and the proposed Mandatory Reserve Officers Training Corps, or ROTC, and National Service Training Program, or NSTP. Marcos also wants to institutionalize the United System of Separation, Retirement, and Pension for military and uniformed personnel. President Bongbong Marcos is pursuing the development of renewable energy not just to mitigate climate change, but to solve the country's energy issues. Marcos urged the government to search for new energy sources and take advantage of all the best technology available. The president is prioritizing the building of new power plants. He plans to involve electric cooperatives to improve energy transmission and bring power cheaply to homes and industries. Marcos also reiterated his position to re-examine the government strategy towards building nuclear power plants in the Philippines. He also opened the idea of improving investments in natural gas such as Malampaya. He said, another fundamental requirement for growth and increased employment will be the availability of cheap, reliable energy.
At present, our demand for energy far exceeds our reliable supply. We must increase the level of energy production. We must look at every possible option that would be appropriate for the Philippine situation. There is some room to expand our present power supply through existing power sources, but this is only to a very limited extent. We must build new power plants. We must take advantage of all the best technology that is now available, especially in the areas of renewable energy.
Infrastructure development will remain a very high priority for the Marcos administration in its drive for growth and employment. In his State of the Nation address, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has vowed to continue his predecessor's ambitious infrastructure program. He said it will focus on developing the rail transport system that will include the Visayas and Mindanao railway systems.
We shall confidently build on this firm foundation established by my predecessor, as it is in building an edifice. We must keep the momentum and aspire to build better, more. Once again, I will not suspend any of the ongoing projects, as those have already been shown to be of benefit to the public that they serve. We will continue to study the proposals that have been made. We will also continue to improve our roads and transportation systems in key cities throughout the country through various projects, such as the Cebu Bus Rapid Transit, Davao High Priority Bus System, Ilocos Norte Transportation Hub, the El Nido Transport Terminal. The planned expansion of infrastructure projects, I believe, would be possible if we continue to encourage the participation of the private sector in the development of our programs.
As the country continues to grapple with the COVID-19 pandemic, President Bongbong Marcos aims to improve health and wellness, especially in far-flung rural areas. Marcos emphasized the need to bring the healthcare system to the community by building more hospitals and health centers. He sought to improve the welfare of healthcare professionals. Marcos also said he has talked with pharmaceutical companies to make medicines affordable to ordinary people. The president is also asking both houses of Congress to help with the creation of the country's first Center for Disease Control and Prevention, as well as the creation of a vaccine institute. He also reminded all concerned agencies to closely monitor COVID-19 related hospital admissions as well as the vaccine booster rollout. He also underscored the importance of strictly following the minimum health protocols.
Napakinabangan natin ng husto ang malalaking specialty hospital gaya ng Heart Center, Lung Center, Children's Hospital at National Kidney and Transplant Institute. Kaya maliwanag na hindi lang dapat dito sa National Capital Region kundi maging sa ibang parte ng bansa. Maliwanag na hindi lamang dapat dito lamang sa National Capital Region, kundi maging sa ibang parte ng bansa, kailangan magdagdag ng ganitong uri ng mga pagamutan. Bukod dito, upang mailapit natin ang healthcare system sa taong bayan, nang hindi sila kailangan pumunta sa sentro ng kanilang bayan, lalawigan o region, ay maglalagay tayo ng mga clinic, mga RHU, na pupuntahan ng mga doktor, nurse, midwife, medtech, isang beses, dalawang beses sa isang linggo. Nang sa ganun, magiging mas madali sa may karamdaman na magpapagamot nang hindi na kailangan magbiyahe ng malayo.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. vows to establish more international airports and road improvements to attract visitor and fast-track tourism's recovery. Marcos ordered his tourism and public works chiefs to make traveling around the country more convenient and provide travelers easier access to remote areas and undiscovered tourist spots. He stressed tourism's importance as an economic development tool and a job-generating industry. Meanwhile, Marcos directed the Department of Tourism to promote the so-called Filipino brand, which the agency boasts as hospitality and service that attract repeat tourists from abroad.
They say that each brand has a story. As for the Filipino brand, ours is deeply rooted in our rich cultural heritage, and the tourism sector plays an invaluable role in the promotion of the Filipino brand. Tourism is not only an important economic development tool, but the abundance of opportunities that the sector creates in terms of regular employment and even job creation at the grassroots level is undeniable.
In closing, the president gave a message of hope, believing that the Filipinos can overcome the challenges faced by the country.
I do not intend to diminish the risks and the challenges that we face in this turbulent time in global history. And yet, I see sunlight filtering through these dark clouds. We have assembled the best Filipino minds to help navigate us through this global crisis that we are now facing. We will endure. Let our Filipino spirit ever remain undimmed. I know this in my mind. I know it in my heart. I know it in my very soul. The state of the nation is sound.
And that is the latest and the biggest stories from the PNA Newsroom. I am William Theo. Good day, everyone. Happy Monday.